situation over the 12 years that I've been here entertaining you on television. Welcome to Hot Topics, Sharina Hudson. Getting out of my car with my money. Good morning, Journey. She'll be almost I think she'll be 3 next month, don't you know? Good morning, Kelvin. It's my truth.
Everybody knew the relationship between Kevin Hunter and Sharina Hudson was built on controversy from day one. But what nobody expected was how fast everything would collapse once the money disappeared. Because let's be honest, when people talked about Kevin and Sharina, they weren't talking about some fairy tale romance. They were talking about betrayal, secrets, luxury lifestyles, and a relationship that many believed was funded by another woman's pain. And now, that whole fantasy has completely fallen apart. See, for years, Kevin walked around like a man who had everything under control. Even after his very public split with Wendy Williams, he still acted like he had life figured out. Big house, expensive cars, vacations, designer clothes, a younger woman by his side. From the outside looking in, it almost seemed like Kevin believed he had won. But life has a funny way of humbling people. Because the second Wendy's television empire started crumbling, Kevin's world started collapsing right behind it. And according to people close to the situation, that pressure completely destroyed whatever relationship he had left with Sharina.
I'm not gonna take a lot of time because, I'm getting emotional. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do this.
Now Kevin is allegedly telling people exactly why he walked away from her. And trust me, the explanation is messy, bitter, and full of blame. Because apparently, once the money stopped flowing, so did the love. The craziest part? People online are saying this breakup was inevitable from the beginning. They believe the relationship only survived as long as the luxury lifestyle stayed intact. The second reality hit, everything changed. And honestly, when you look at how this entire story unfolded, it's hard not to see why people feel that way. Before all the lawsuits, before the financial problems, before the rumors of welfare and debt started spreading online, Kevin Hunter was living a completely different life. For years, he wasn't just Wendy Williams' husband, he was deeply connected to her business empire. He helped manage her career, controlled major decisions behind the scenes, and enjoyed all the benefits that came with Wendy becoming one of the biggest names in daytime television. Back then, Wendy was unstoppable. Everywhere you looked, her face was on TV screens, her interviews went viral constantly. Celebrities feared sitting in her chair because Wendy had a reputation for exposing secrets nobody else would touch.
But what I needed at the time, because I was running 100 miles an hour, and I was so much of a strong support structure for her and all the dreams that she wanted to accomplish, I needed somebody for me. And my new offspring, my daughter, who is a beautiful, beautiful spirit, she was not an oops baby. She was not a mistake baby.
She built an empire off gossip, honesty, controversy, and fearless commentary. People loved her because she said the things everyone else was too scared to say. But while Wendy was building that empire publicly, rumors about Kevin's cheating were growing quietly in the background for years. At first, fans ignored it. Celebrity marriages always come with gossip. But eventually, those rumors became impossible to hide. Reports started circulating that Kevin had been involved with Sharina Hudson for years behind Wendy's back. And when people discovered the relationship allegedly lasted over a decade, the public reaction became brutal. The situation exploded when stories surfaced claiming Kevin had financially supported Sharina during his marriage to Wendy. Suddenly, fans started questioning how long Wendy knew and how deeply this betrayal really went. And honestly, the humiliation Wendy faced publicly was heartbreaking to watch. People forget that Wendy spent years defending Kevin. No matter what rumor surfaced, she stood beside him over and over again. She protected her marriage publicly while allegedly suffering privately. That's why when the truth finally crashing out, many fans felt emotionally invested in her pain. Then came the final blow.
Death to all of them.
News broke that Sharina allegedly gave birth to Kevin's child, and just like that, Wendy's marriage officially collapsed in front of the world. Now here's where things get interesting. A lot of people assumed Kevin and Sharina would finally live happily ever after once Wendy was out of the picture. In their minds, the hard part was over. No more sneaking around, no more hiding, no more drama. They could finally enjoy the life they supposedly fought so hard to build together. And for a while, it looked exactly like that. Kevin and Sharina appeared comfortable, relaxed, unbothered. Meanwhile, Wendy's life seemed to spiral publicly through health issues, addiction struggles, career setbacks, and eventually the shocking guardianship controversy that had everybody talking. But behind the scenes, another disaster was quietly building, because Kevin's entire lifestyle still depended heavily on Wendy's success. That's the detail a lot of people overlook. Even after the divorce settlement, Kevin was reportedly receiving massive financial support connected to Wendy's career earnings. As long as Wendy's television money stayed active, Kevin could maintain the image he had grown used to. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Wendy's career stopped.
It was not till death do us part.
And it wasn't just an incident. I mean, the relationship that Kevin had with this woman went on for...
No. Kevin was a serial cheater. Kevin had different mistresses depending on, the part of his life. This last one was the one that he had the longest term relationship.
Her show ended. Her income situation changed dramatically. Legal battles started surrounding her finances and guardianship, and suddenly the safety net Kevin depended on started disappearing piece by piece. That's when everything reportedly became tense inside Kevin and Sharina's relationship. According to online speculation and multiple entertainment reports, financial stress completely transformed their dynamic. The expensive lifestyle became harder to maintain, bills allegedly piled up, lawsuits failed, business ventures struggled, and the image of success they once projected online slowly disappeared. Fans started noticing Sharina posting less and less. The glamorous lifestyle content faded away almost overnight. No flashy trips, no luxury showcases, no expensive celebrations. It was like the entire social media image suddenly vanished. People immediately knew something was wrong. Then came reports that Kevin was dealing with serious financial problems, allegations about unpaid debts, foreclosure issues, and money troubles spread across blogs and gossip channels fast. Whether every rumor was accurate or not, one thing became obvious. Kevin was no longer living the carefree luxury life people associated with him. And according to people close to the situation, that's exactly when the relationship started falling apart.
You left your wife. Now, we may not care about her on the show. That's different. But you left your wife. Got you a side piece. Had a baby and was living a whole different life. And evidently, Wendy Williams was the real bread maker. Because now you can't live that lifestyle without that check. The grass wasn't greener, huh?
Because financial struggle changes everything. Suddenly, the relationship that survived years of secrecy, cheating scandals, public embarrassment, and internet backlash couldn't survive everyday pressure. That says a lot. Now Kevin is reportedly claiming that Sharina changed once the money problems got serious. Sources say he felt unsupported during his lowest moments. Instead of feeling like they were building together, he allegedly started feeling blamed for everything collapsing around them. And honestly, that's where the story becomes almost poetic. Because many people online believe Kevin finally experienced the exact emotional abandonment Wendy probably felt during their marriage. Think about it. Wendy stood beside Kevin while rumors destroyed her emotionally. She continued working while allegedly carrying the weight of betrayal privately. She protected their image while Kevin allegedly built another life outside their marriage. But once Kevin became the one facing embarrassment, stress, and public humiliation, suddenly his own relationship couldn't handle the pressure. That irony is not lost on the internet. And according to some reports, the arguments between Kevin and Sharina allegedly became non-stop once financial reality hit hard. Money stress has destroyed stronger relationships than theirs, but in this case, people believe the foundation was already weak from the beginning. Because what was their relationship really built on? That's the question everybody keeps asking. Was it genuine love, or was it comfort, luxury, excitement, and rebellion disguised as love? The internet definitely has opinions. Some people believe Sharina stayed because Kevin funded a certain lifestyle. Others believe Kevin enjoyed feeling powerful and desired while secretly maintaining control over two different lives. But once the glamorous part disappeared, all that remained was stress, bills, judgment, and resentment. And apparently, Kevin reached a breaking point. Now, reports are circulating that he completely distanced himself from Sharina and left her struggling financially. Social media users quickly started speculating about welfare assistance and financial hardship after noticing how drastically Sharina's lifestyle changed compared to previous years. The reaction online has been ruthless. People are calling it karma. They're saying the same man who betrayed Wendy eventually abandoned Sharina once life became difficult. Others are saying Sharina ignored obvious warning signs because Kevin already showed the world how he treated women when relationships became inconvenient.
But then again, when the only foundation
honestly,
of your
that's the
relationship
hardest
is
part
someone
of this
else's
entire
money, what
situation.
did they really expect?
Patterns
Drop your thoughts in the
usually
comments.
repeat themselves. If somebody can betray a partner of decades, lie publicly for years, and emotionally damage the person who built their lifestyle, eventually that behavior catches up to them. What nobody expected was how public the downfall would become. Kevin reportedly tried multiple ways to regain financial stability. Lawsuits, legal claims, public criticism surrounding Wendy's guardianship situation, but none of it restored the lifestyle he once had. And with every failed attempt, public sympathy disappeared even more, because people never forgot Wendy. That's the truth Kevin and Sharina could never escape. No matter what happened afterward, the public always viewed Wendy as the woman who got humiliated while supporting everybody around her. Even people who criticized Wendy over the years still acknowledged that the betrayal she experienced was devastating. So when Kevin's financial problems became public, many people simply saw it as consequences finally arriving. But here's the part that makes the story even sadder. Despite everything, Wendy herself was also going through serious struggles during this time. Health battles, isolation, guardianship controversy, questions surrounding her independence, concerns about her emotional well-being. Her own life was already deeply painful. So watching everybody around her self-destruct while she was fighting her own battles added another tragic layer to the entire situation. Meanwhile, Kevin and Sharina's relationship reportedly kept deteriorating behind closed doors. People close to the gossip world claim trust issues started surfacing between them too, which honestly sounds exhausting considering how their relationship began in the first place. Because once betrayal becomes the foundation, suspicion usually follows forever. That's why some people believe neither of them ever fully trusted the other. Deep down, there may always have been fear that history could repeat itself. And maybe that fear finally became reality. Now Sharina appears focused on rebuilding independently. She's reportedly trying different business ventures and creating her own income streams, while staying mostly quiet publicly. Compared to the flashy online presence from years ago, the difference is dramatic. The woman once associated with luxury and scandal now appears far more private and low-key. And Kevin? His image has changed completely too. Instead of being seen as the powerful husband behind Wendy Williams' empire, he's now associated with lawsuits, financial struggle, relationship drama, and public backlash. The man who appeared untouchable suddenly looks incredibly vulnerable. That kind of fall from grace is hard for anybody, especially someone who spent years projecting power and confidence publicly. The emotional damage from all this probably runs deeper than people realize. Imagine going from luxury lifestyles and television fame to internet ridicule, legal stress, financial uncertainty, and relationship collapse, all within a few years. That kind of downfall changes people mentally. And regardless of how viewers feel about Kevin, nobody can deny his entire world flipped upside down fast. But still, the internet keeps returning to one uncomfortable question. Did Kevin truly love Sharina, or did he simply love the escape she represented during his marriage to Wendy? Because now that the fantasy is over, the relationship itself appears to have crumbled too. And if that's true, it says everything. A relationship built in secrecy often struggles surviving reality. Sneaking around and building a real life together are completely different things. Real life comes with pressure,
Fall apart this
bills,
quickly. But then again,
sacrifice,
when the only foundation
loyalty,
of your relationship is someone
accountability,
else's
and
money,
hardship.
what did they really
And
expect?
according
Drop
to the
your
rumors
thoughts in the
surrounding this
comments.
breakup, once those challenges arrived, the connection started falling apart quickly. That's why so many people online see this story as bigger than celebrity gossip. To them, it's about consequences. It's about what happens when people build relationships on betrayal and financial dependency instead of trust and stability. It's about the illusion of luxury hiding emotional dysfunction underneath. And it's about how fast people can disappear once the money dries up. Because the truth is, fame and wealth can hide cracks for a very long time. But eventually, real life exposes everything. Now, the same relationship that once looked like Kevin's grand escape from Wendy has become another source of public embarrassment and speculation. The woman many believed he sacrificed everything for is allegedly no longer standing beside him. The empire connected to Wendy is gone. The money reportedly slowed down, and the glamorous image they once projected online has completely faded. That's a brutal reality check. And maybe the saddest part is this: everybody lost something in this story. Wendy lost trust, stability, and years of emotional peace. Kevin lost his image, financial security, and possibly the relationship he thought would replace his marriage. Sharina lost the lifestyle and protection she may have believed would last forever. Nobody walked away untouched. But if there's one lesson people keep taking from this entire situation, it's this: relationships built on somebody else's pain rarely end peacefully. Because eventually the excitement fades, the secrets become public, the money changes, reality shows up, and once reality enters the room, love alone has to carry the relationship. Sometimes it can, and sometimes it completely falls apart. Now, people are watching closely to see what happens next. Will Kevin recover financially? Will Sharina fully rebuild independently? Will Wendy finally regain peace after years of public chaos? Nobody really knows, but one thing is certain: the image Kevin and Sharina once sold to the world is officially gone. And the downfall has been so public, so dramatic, and so messy that people probably won't stop talking about it anytime soon. Because stories like this always fascinate people. The glamour, the betrayal, the collapse, the karma, the emotional wreckage left behind. It's like watching a house built on secrets slowly crumble in real time. And honestly, the saddest part is that deep down, this ending probably shouldn't surprise anybody at all.